Alright, so I wanted to show you the noise that this vehicle makes and kind of how I diagnosed what was wrong. Let's go ahead and start the vehicle, put it in reverse, and you'll probably hear a little bit of a squeak here. Right, I'm reversing it, putting on the brake. Some of that sound. If I go from side to side, you can hear a little bit of a clunking. Now if I go over diagonally over a bump backing up, sometimes it squeaks there. I just sprayed everything with PB blaster, so a little bit of a squeak, a little kind of noise. You can hear that sound. And most of it's coming from the right front, I can tell. But it almost sounds like a metal on metal kind of squeal, and I almost thought it was the shock rod or the strut rod kind of going into the shock. You can hear that. And then when I go over bumps, it's a loud click clunk, click clunk, and it's hard to describe a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull back into the garage and we'll go ahead and repair this. Okay, we're looking at the passenger side part of the subframe here. So all the subframe connects together, and it goes down this side and over on that side. And you can see that this is where the bushing is, and I can hit up on this. You may not be able to see it, but it's moving up and down. So basically you can tell that it moves up and down just by wiggling it. You can hit on it and you can definitely tell a clank, and it goes up on both sides. That means it's just free to play around, and so that can just bounce around there and can actually damage your car. So that's basically what we're going to be removing this whole subframe from the bottom of the vehicle, and instead of replacing with the old bushings, we're going to put something different in. Alright, just to show you guys that it is the bushings, I went ahead and removed the subframe bolts. You can see over there, I'm in a tight spot here, but I've removed them, and I can now shift around the subframe here. So that's looking towards the front of the vehicle. So as I shift the subframe. Okay, so yeah, so you can hear that same sound as I shift that around. So I think that is what is causing the sound. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to remove the subframe, and then I'm going to lower it down and take it out and put new bushings in. Finally got the subframe off, and it was a war. Looking at the subframe bushings here, you can see completely ripped off. Alright. Yep. So that's one. And then here's the other one, completely ripped. The other one over here, completely torn. And then this one, completely ripped and detached. So here are these bushings that we're going to be installing. And so these are problem-solving bushings. And so this is actually we're going to be reusing the spindle, or this metal piece in here, the collar. And we're going to be sinking in these bushings down from the top end here. I'll show you that in a second. So what we're going to be doing is removing all that rubber first. And they say to burn it out with a torch. You can do that. Or you can do it with mechanical means, like a drill with a bunch of stainless steel metal on there. But this is going to push down into there after we get all that done. It's going to lock into place, and we're going to keep this metal cup in. Typically when you remove these bushings and you put in new ones, you have to knock out these metal cups, which is a pain in the butt, and then you have to install these new ones with a press. But this gets around that, so we're going to go ahead and try this method. Okay, I found out that this works really well. So this size wire brush I got from Harbor Freight, and it basically goes right in there and cleans up all of the rubber that's loose in there. So, as you can see, just shredded it down there. So here's a fresh one here that I gotta see how it starts to chew away at it. But anyways, takes some time, but I guess it beats burning it out. Alright, I've taken the actual spindles or inner metal bushings that have the rubber on them, and I've actually taken them out and I'm starting to burn those out. So all I did was get a quick little propane torch, and you really don't even need that. Rubber catches on fire pretty quickly, and you can just scorch these. I'm just sitting here letting them burn. Take a little bit more time. I could probably do it a lot faster if I had the blowtorch on them constantly, but this should burn them out just quick enough. That's how you grind off the rubber.
What?
And this is still hot from blowtorching it, so even after you blowtorch it, you gotta do a little bit of grinding. Alright, the bushings come with this grease that you're supposed to apply to the inner ring here. And so this is the back side bushings here that I'm going to be greasing up. So this is the collar sleeve that sits in. Yeah, go ahead and move up the bushing itself. This is absolutely imperative. Because polyurethane bushings are known to sneak. So make sure you put a nice heaping dose of this grease everywhere you can. Right. Nice literally all over it. Okay? And this bushing right here is going to be pressed in with the hammer. So go ahead and get the rubber mallet. Alright, so all we do is just use a rubber mallet and hit these in. Alright, that's it. And then take the excess that squeezed out, apply it to the next side, and we'll tap in the bushing over there. Now we're going to go ahead and hit in these colors in there. And I also got some of this multi-purpose synthetic grease just to give enough grease for everything. And it's the same type of silicone grease. And this is made for bushings kind of like this, so silicone grease is pretty magical stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and put it on this guy right here. Alright, all in all, that wasn't too bad to put these in. Now dropping the subframe was a pain in the butt, but got all four in. So it took about an hour, maybe an hour 15 minutes to burn them out and to grind everything to get it nice and polished enough to where it hits in. And then with that silicone grease and rubber mallet, everything popped into place. And you're gonna have to take some strong hits to get those spindles back in there. So, but it can be done. Now, in the case of while you were down there, because I have this off, I went ahead and I'm replacing these bushings for the sway bar. Alright, so those are really only accessible if you remove the subframe, at least easily. There's a difficult way, but this is probably the easiest way. Just get everything off, do everything. So while I'm replacing those bushings, I replaced that motor mount, and I'm also going to be replacing the lower controller arms and the sway bar links. So, and you can also replace this torque transmission torque mount there. So, end links for the tie rods here. I'm gonna replace those as well. So, might as well get everything done while you have everything off. And it doesn't cost that much. Okay, we finished replacing all the subframe bushings, and now we're gonna start this thing up. So, put in reverse, no squeak, going from there, and I release the brake. Ooh, quiet. Oh, so quiet. Oh, nothing so far. Here we go. Going down the bump in the driveway. Nothing. All right, that's nice and quiet. So, here we go. Nothing when I turn. No squeaking sound when I'm coming around the corner. Okay, that's normally when it'd squeak. All right, now we're gonna do some jostling left to right. This would normally make some horrible sounds.
Whoa.
Nothing, except for a kid in the back seat. So that's perfect. We'll go ahead and here. Maybe test it. It sounds like engine fallout. It's all smooth. It's all smooth. And one more final bump here. See. Oh, we got a nice little one there. Here it is. This is it. The final test. Here we go. Oh, nice. Normally, yeah, it sound like it'd break my vehicle. So, I would say that's very successful. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and post it down in the comments below. I'll go ahead and answer those for you. But for me, those subframe bushings, right way to go. Thanks.